This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for October 25th, Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. It is good to know that every so-called curse we perceive in life is actually deeply good in disguise. It can happen that we incur so much intense emotion and pressure around a decision. You ever experienced that where it doesn't even have to be a big decision, but when you are faced with a decision, you feel this, it's like a pressure, an intense emotion, and that we tend to hesitate, procrastinate, or distract ourselves with doing meaningless, time-consuming tasks instead, so we kind of divert ourselves from making the decision. Well, think about it, or I'll let you know later, that type of thing. And so when the mind is wrapped in fear, we end up trying to avoid feeling the fear by doing things which are somewhat enjoyable, but yet they're deeply mind-altering. So when the mind is doing a crazy number on you, the best thing to do is to go for a walk. You ever done that? See, I think I'm going to go for a walk. And have some tea with a friend or relax with a good book and let the whole process go. And this approach is a conscious technique for trusting deeper in the universe. It's always about trusting. It really does come down to trusting the universe, but if you can't trust yourself, then you're not going to be able to trust anything else. And it really does boil down to that. And of course we have the fear. Am I going to make the right decision? Am I going to make the wrong decision? I don't really know. It's trusting in the universe. It will show you what the best choice is when the timing is right. Maybe the decisions that we are faced with, the timing isn't right. So quite possibly the universe and our pure consciousness is saying, not right now. Timing's not right. Even though you feel like you're forced to make the decision, and you get stressed out, and if it seems where you feel so pressured, it's just not, it doesn't work, it doesn't fit. So you just leave it alone for the time being. And it may seem like you're avoiding making decision, you're diving deeper into the trusting process. So this consciousness, this conscious trusting method is powerful and effective as long as it doesn't turn into a lazy excuse for entertaining our addictions and avoid taking full responsibility for our lives. Now we do know that the mind is a trickster and will do anything to avoid an experience it doesn't want to have. Have you ever had that where the mind is doing everything it can to avoid an experience it doesn't want to have? And this may sound like you, so you must watch your mind extra close and commit to only doing the most inspired actions that make your heart sing every minute of the day. Eventually, not overnight, but eventually, through practice, you'll start feeling really inspired and can relax enough inside to see clarity around which decision to make. Sometimes when you just kind of contemplate, where you're saying, I don't feel I should have to, I don't really desire to make that decision right now because I'm not quite sure on making it. So I'm going to take a bit, and I'm going to ponder, and I'm going to take a walk, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. And then you begin to understand is that best of all, you'll have the deepest sleep when the day is over, because when you don't make a decision, sometimes it's always on you. You ever notice that kind of drags with you? It's there, you know it's there. Excuse me, and you do diversions instead of just facing it and saying, I'm not ready to make that decision yet. So enlightened choices are naturally born from how we approach the circumstances we're already in. Enlightened choices are naturally born from how we approach the circumstances we're already in. Now, we may first need to discover that we have to stop trying to alter the outer world so that our inner world feels better. Or we may need to alter our outer world to give us access to the things we are really yearning for. However we approach the world, the secret is to remain in contact with what we truly want. Breathe through the challenging feeling we're facing and relax into what cannot relax into on the inside. So this practice opens the door to enter into that all-expansive state of pure choiceless awareness, which is the breeding grounds for the most enlightened perspective on reality. An expansive state of pure choiceless awareness. You're not making a choice. Okay? You're aware. And this is where you come and you move into the most enlightened perspective on reality. Once we are living in an enlightened perspective on reality, every decision we make will have this enlightened quality to it. The more enlightened decisions we can make, the more this level of consciousness develops, and the more amazing things that spontaneously manifest into our lives. So it's good to understand here that what essentially makes one's perspective enlightened is that the mind is at ease. We are tuned into our spiritual essence instead of the circus of thoughts circulating in our heads. From this place, every one of us and every situation we encounter is felt through the heart and not just judged and analyzed through the head. And we feel everyone for the soul and pure conscious spirit they truly are. We see life as completely fresh, new, and sacred in all its divine ways. And when the mind gets into the habit of seeing everyone and everything is sacred, there is a deep recognition of what's good inside ourselves. A perpetual stream of gratitude and enlightened choices seem to naturally flow from every thought we have. Again, by surrendering to the idea that everything is sacred, we realize we cannot make a mistake on this spiritual journey through life. There isn't any. We know the universe is ultimately running the greatest show on earth. And we begin to honor this truth, feeling more relaxed about our future. And this helps the mind to see and feel into things more clearly. In deep relaxation, we can feel aligned with the highest outcome the universe already has in store for our greatest possible future. And we stop being afraid and worried about what will occur tomorrow, and are naturally spontaneous, quick to love, and feeling on purpose and creative. So we're truly living in the now every moment of our life. This is a deeply surrendering space to live in. And when we can choose it each day, we become capable of designing our destiny confidently, choosing a life we would truly love to have. When any of us cannot trust the experience of surrender, see, that's where you get, you kind of go, I'm not sure about this. And then we get confused about what surrender really is. And then we remain stuck in the mind trying to control the negative or the positive outcomes and how they might manifest or be created in reality. See, when we start talking about things and projecting things on others and trying to, it's not a good energy or frequency. The deep level of surrender is the most important quality needed for our enlightened decision-making skill set. The deeper we can surrender, the more confidence we can collect within ourselves and our ability to truly enjoy wherever we are at in our lives. Any type of choice we make from this place can only lead us to creating more love, abundance, and a deeper relaxation into our lives. And, it's pretty simple. It's like the universe has this. The universe has my back. Really? It does. That's the surrendering. Surrendering your control factor, this ego-mind control, where you've got to control this. You can't just give it out. You can't just surrender to the universe. What are you, crazy? You don't even know what the universe is. Why would you surrender to it? That's the ego mind talking to you. This is an old quote by Robert Louis Stevenson. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. And please do not worry if you feel lost in your life. We often become lost because the people and society around us are generally truly lost. Understand that. So please don't worry if you feel lost in your life. We often become lost because the people in society around us are generally truly lost. Most people are not aware of their spiritual nature, consciously living their lives with a sacred, loving purpose, so of course they are going to feel lost. And people tend to fall into the mind's comfortable habits of unhappy or unhealthy thinking, which then is created into reality all throughout their lives. We carry it with us. And as far as survival instincts go in life, generally, we as mankind tend to go along with what the group decides. If we just get along with others, we won't get cast out and die. So we might end up allowing decisions to be made for us by the whole. And if you're someone who tends to fall into this sheep or herd following pattern, do not fret. There is soon coming a new experience of life that is profound and amazing. There is a huge opportunity to make that decision to go deeper into your unique expression and give a voice to that creativity that wants to give birth inside you. It's not that following a group is wrong. The most important thing is that you feel free, empowered, and happy with whatever decision is being made through you. Just make sure you don't have any regrets on your deathbed or when you're getting ready to leave the body. A life lived without regrets is a well-loved life. You ever heard anybody, do you have any regrets about your life? Nope, not at all. See, we're getting to know ourselves better. By getting to know ourselves, we get to know each other better. And it's all about enlightenment. And it's all about moving into bliss. Creating into reality an enlightened state of bliss. There is no reaching the self. If the self were to be reached, It would mean that the self is not here and now, and that it is yet to be obtained. Ramana Maharishi. Whatever we focus our attention on, and this must be understood by all of us. This is crucial with this massive ascension that's going on this planet. Whatever we focus our attention on is what grows and expands into our lives. There's no arguing that. You can debate it with yourself till you're blue in the face. It is a constant. It is an emphatic constant. It is perpetual. The mind is like a magnifying glass that intensifies and brings closer whatever object is under its penetrating gaze. So when we are 100% committed to directing our mind's energy towards one specific thing in our lives, no matter what it is, all of the creating into reality, manifesting energy in the universe flows in that one direction. There's an enormous gold mine of manifesting power found in directing one's attention in one direction. So, fake name. What is that one thing that you want to manifest more than anything else in your life? And it's funny, we all want to be happy, feel abundant, free, and have deep inner peace. Yet, excuse me, what do we think that we specifically have to do to attain these experiences? Can you deeply relax and love your life only after you're financially free, bought your dream home, lost 10 kilos, and transcended all your fears? Or is it possible to enjoy the sweetness of your life every breath along the way? You don't have to let go of anything, achieve anything special, or work towards reaching any big goal in order to be ridiculously happy. There's only one basic thing that you need to practice, or you choose to practice. Keep your mind focused on what you want and off of what you don't want. It's that simple. That focuses you. Each of us. Keep your mind on what you do want and not what you don't want. It's fascinating to see what miraculous, creating into reality manifestations will appear when we slightly adjust our relationship with our minds. When we are constantly directing our mind's attention to dwelling on the thoughts, feelings, and experiences we want, we become more creative, intuitive, and confident. We cannot feel powerless, weak, or a victim to anything in our lives when we understand this simple, sweet secret. Whatever we focus on is what we create into reality. I'll say that forever. By focusing on what it feels like for all our dreams to come true each day, our list of heart-pumping desires must start creating in reality and manifesting for each and every one of us. This is a structure. This is a law of the collective consciousness. This is a law of the universe. This is a law that we all, as gods, have implemented throughout existence. Like attracts like. And when we are at a high frequency of energy, we attract similar high vibrational outcomes. It's staggering how quickly all your problems, illnesses, fears, and limitations instantly drop away when you stop focusing on them. This is really difficult for some people, where they stop. It's staggering how quickly problems, illnesses, fears, and limitations instantly drop away when you stop focusing on them. Well, I'm not focusing on them. Okay, all right, fine. I've heard that one before, too. Haven't you said that to yourself? Oh, I'm not focusing on them. That's when the mind and ego really try to challenge you. It doesn't mean that you're avoiding them or resisting them or trying to push them, push negative emotions away forcefully. You just feel everything inside. You see the bigger picture, and all is always in perfect balance. Just like the philosophy found in the 5,000-year-old yin-yang symbol. The speck of light is contained within the dark, and the speck of dark is found within the light. You can always find something positive inside what appears to be negative, and vice versa. It's amazing how enjoyable life can become when you hold this enlightened perspective in your mind. Having realized the self, nothing remains to be known. You see all is perfect bliss, Ramana Maharishi. The enlightened state of bliss is one of the highest experiences we can have. It is a feeling of being held by the universe like a baby in the mother's womb, totally free from all worries and concerns, and where the body is fully emotionally grounded. In this now moment, there is an exquisite acceptance of every feeling, thought, and sensation occurring in the body as the mind is perpetually saying yes to each breath, heartbeat, feeling, and thought that we have. And in the enlightened state of bliss, there's no more avoidance of pain or yearning to seek pleasure. The mind is relaxed, absorbed, and grounded within the exploration of saying yes to it all. You then realize how every moment of your life is an attempt by the universe to pour its great cosmic orgasmic energy through you, which makes it easy to say yes. Every breath you inhale is a sacred gift to cherish, and you fully enjoy the sweet process, precious life that you still have. Bliss naturally happens through a deep, penetrating relaxation when any of us, step back from our lives and realize just how amazing the universe is, how benevolent, loving, and caring the universe actually is. Your mind, emotions, and body will begin to relax to a much deeper level. And then the bliss state can slowly start to find its way in. And the mind's perpetual striving, achieving, defending, and protection programs will suddenly fall away. And you notice how naturally your day is absorbed in feelings of lightness, gratitude, and freedom. And for no reason at all, you will start to take life more gently, feel a sense of lightness about life, and you'll start attracting higher vibrational people and outcomes. You'll start becoming a bliss magnet and find you are constantly creating into reality, manifesting positive, easy-going situations and synchronistic circumstances everywhere you go. Living in a state of bliss doesn't mean you give up feeding your children or going to work. You just do it all from a place of acceptance, joy, freedom, and deep inner peace. And when we all can remain connected with this blissful, relaxed state of being, feeling deeper into it for several minutes a day, we will be able to build on it throughout the week and soon find it is naturally happening through you for several hours and eventually all day long. Out of this bliss arises an exquisite inner calm which deepens the acceptance that you are a super powerful manifesting being who can create anything you desire. Being yourself as being pure love, and that is what bliss is. There is no real love until you are that pure love. This is very important to understand, Ramana Maharishi. Being yourself is being pure love, and that is what bliss is. There is no real love until you are that pure love. The enlightened state of bliss is easy to find, for it is our most natural and effortless way of being. You never notice how much we fight ourselves not to be blissful? How we're scraping and peeling and banging and worrying and stressing and feeling? There truly is nothing we need to do to experience it. All we do is simply relax into the source of life that is flowing through each and every one of us and is already here now. A lighter, joyful feeling will arise slowly and naturally and soon take over your mind and body. And when you can truly surrender to this experience, trusting fully in it, you will discover the secret to tapping into a blissful energy wherever you are. And the more you practice relaxing deeper into this pure life energy, the more you will discover a great stillness within it at the center. And here, you will find that there are no fears, no worries, no concerns about anything at all. There is just this blissful feeling of pure freedom from the world's drama and an eternal vacation from the frantic, hurried, worried, unsatisfied patterns in the mind. Can you think of anything more blissful than this? The benefits of making a close relationship with the bliss state are absolutely incalculable. And for starters, we become a bright ball of happiness for everyone around us to enjoy. We are a walking demonstration that happiness is not reliant on external circumstances. People will feel lighter from just connecting with you along the way. You'll notice how others are spontaneously generous with you. Strangers feel attracted to you and love your company simply because you're vibrating at this higher frequency. And in time, you'll see a whole new world of opportunities which will open its doors for you, and even material successes will blow down and bow down and kiss your feet. Do not delude yourself by imagining your source to be some God outside you. Your source is within yourself. Give yourself up to it. That means that you should seek the source within and merge with it. Ramana Maharishi. There are a plethora of remarkable benefits that manifest from living at the bliss vibration. We cannot create a health problem, a financial issue, nor a cold, prickly relationship because our frequency just won't allow it. When bliss is active in our bodies and alive in our hearts, we will be having too much fun creating heaven on earth and playing the role of an enlightened, joy-filled bridge. We will tap into a source of infinite energy and find it's super easy to manifest anything we want into our world. Just by touching the surface of bliss, the world will start giving each of us whatever our hearts desire. It has to karmically reward us because bliss is one of the most evolved experiences we can have. The universe is forever expanding, and it wants us to join in on this great expansion. It will continue feeding us more of what we desire, as long as our energy is sufficient to receive it. The higher the energy you have, the more capable you are of taking in all that you can. If you're looking out there for bliss, you're not going to find it. This enlightened state is not something you can purchase or trade anything for in this world. It's always free, and it's always available right now. It is your natural birthright. And to access it, you simply become open, available, and willing to become every possible light and dark experience that could show up here now. If you're someone who is skeptical about this state of bliss, or it's been so long that you have forgotten what bliss feels like, it's good to know that as babies, we each came into this world as a bubbling ball of bliss. Heck, 9 months prior to your birth, your first cells were forming out of an orgasm. What else should we expect from you? Bliss is your very nature. It is the foundation of your existence. It is the meeting place where your soul and your mankind essence connects. It wasn't until your mind was conditioned to believe otherwise that this connection was lost. So, if you aren't feeling bliss every day, just know that this jubilant experience is buried underneath the busy preoccupations of your minds. And when your mind gets quiet, calm, centered, and absorbed within the silent stillness at your core, you'll feel the bliss begin to bubble up again. It was always there since you were a baby, just waiting for you to slow down enough to rediscover it. And it's vital that you realize your life is meant to be this fun, empowering, manifesting, creating into reality adventure. Everything you want to bring in, to manifest in love, money, health, sex, and your intimate relationships can and will be yours one day. You simply have to choose to raise your vibration high enough to receive it by exploring how to open this bliss valve within you. You'll soon see your desires easily and effortlessly finding a way into your life. Bliss magnet. So if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. We're all the master of the body. The body isn't master of us. You ever notice that if you have something going on with your body, you focus on it and it gets worse? You ever notice that? And subconsciously, sometimes or unconsciously, we worry about things and it gets worse because we aren't even aware that we are, because we do it so much. So we relax the body. We alleviate all the things that us as a magnet has literally drawn into our lives. All the stresses, fears, worries, anxieties, all the second guessing, all the lack of confidence, all the lack of self-esteem, all these things that we have literally generated for ourselves. We surrender. You surrender to them. When you surrender to them, they just disappear. They're not there. It's like, what happened? Carrying these things around all this time, and all I had to do was this? So the body responds and says, thank you, I appreciate it. Head to toe, inside and out, relaxes. All these things drop away. And as we do that, we move into the now. And the now is all we have. The now, being in the now, brings in and invites in the state of bliss. But what do most of us choose to do because of our training on this planet and these bodies? We choose to live in the past or skip over the now into the future. You ever notice that you're always worried, stressing, and fearing about tomorrow or the next day or a month from now or a year from now? to the past, and we stay there. We find ourselves repeating it and going over it again and again. The next thing you know, we bring that past into a future that doesn't exist, and we relive that past in that future. It's like you're on a hamster wheel because you've done everything and experienced everything in that past, and you're doing it again. And in the now, we create the future. There isn't any future unless you create it. And the only way you're going to create it is in the now. How do you still the mind and the ego? How do you do that? You still them by being in the now. Because moment to moment is all we're doing is focusing on the space between heartbeats. That's it. Nothing else. And as we are in the now, we relax the body. How do we stay in the now? We breathe. We focus on our breath. Have you ever heard, oh yeah, I remember I'm going to breath tomorrow, or I'm going to breath yesterday. You can't argue about it. It's just no reason to argue about it. It's in the now. The breath is the now. It focuses us on the now. So we breath in divine positive energy through our noses, easily taking it in, filling our lungs, bringing it up through our bodies. And then we move breath out through the mouth. So as we're breathing in this divine positive energy, because it sustains the vessel that holds the kingdom of God. So this divine positive energy, we have 7 energy vortexes, all different color wheels of light, all different flowers and all different geometrical shapes within them. These are the spiritual bridge between the spiritual and the physical. They're conduits of pure frequency, high vibrational frequency. The God force energy, the divine positive energy, our breath. We start with the red wheel of light, the root chakra, the Muladhara. What is this? It represents our foundation and feeling of being in the flow of life. It's at the base of the spine and the tailbone area. It's emotional issues or survival issues, such as financial independence, money and food. Physical association is spine, rectum, legs, arms, and circulatory system. And then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadasthana. This is our sexuality and pleasure. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. If you aren't with yourself and you don't accept yourself in this now, and you don't love yourself in this now through your heart minds, how are you going to accept others and new experiences? Location is the lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Emotional issues, sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. Then the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura, the golden yellow wheel of light, personal power and ability to channel. It's our ability to be confident and in the flow of our lives, where the universe basically guides us. We ask, no matter what it is, and it delivers. It's in our upper abdomen and the stomach area. So emotional issues are self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. Physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. And then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. This is our love, relationship, self-acceptance. It's our ability to love. When each of us understand that our very essence is love, and that we love ourselves deeply, intimately, that affords us our ability to love anything and everything outside of us. center of the chest, just above the heart. Emotional issues, love, joy, and inner peace. Physical association, heart, thymus, lower lung, circulatory system, immune system. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha, self-expression. It's our ability to communicate in our throat. Emotional issues are communication, self-expression of feelings, and the truth. Physical association, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, vocal cords. Then we move to the third eye chakra, the ajna, intuition, sense of purpose, and direction in life. It's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. A lot of us don't see the big picture. Location is the forehead between the eyes. It's also known as the brow chakra. Emotional issues are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Physical associations, pituitary gland, and eyes and sinuses. Then we move the God force energy and the divine positive energy, our breath, the crown chakra, the sahasrara. This is the connection to the divine. It's the highest chakra, represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually. The very top of our heads. Emotional issues are inner and outer beauty, our connection to spirituality and pure bliss. Physical association, pineal gland, brain, and nervous system. This is our connection to Source Creator, to the love and the pure consciousness that we are. Now we have this divine positive energy. We bring it up to the top of our head through all the energy vortexes, the chakras, and we hold it. I am light. I am love. I am. And in this brief moment, we condense it and compress it into pure liquid energy. And we release it over our pineal gland. Pineal gland is very important to us while we're in these bodies. It's the gateway to all the particles of existence. It's the gateway to God, pure consciousness, and beyond. You can view it in your motion picture and your heart mind, any way you view it. I view it as a rosebud, a green ball, and as I release this pure liquid energy over it, it immediately blossoms in full bloom. This beautiful, vibrant, multicolored petaled rose with a beautiful fragrance, vibrating and sending out waves of pureness, of deep eternal love, joy, and bliss. And it opens up all the gateways effortlessly. Opens up everything and everything, nothing and nothing. So it literally affords us the opportunity to be in all things consciously. Everything and everything and nothing, all at once. We are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We're also consciously aware that we are one. Our bodies, the God within us, the higher self, the soul, the spirit. We're all one, the heart-mind. We are paradise. We are heaven on earth. Every step we take, we create paradise and heaven on earth. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundantia, Pell Thought, many, many, many more. These two groups are both consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. The archangels is a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. This is why we don't see them like we see each other. But we do meet with them, and we do interact with them very often. Most of the time we don't realize that that interaction interaction was with an angel until later it dawns on us. And it's always good. And it is bliss. They can surround any one of us at any one time because of their vibrational frequency. They can hold a massive number in a small space in the thousands. This is also bliss. The ascended masters are those who have mastered ascension out of body, whole pure consciousness, God form. We have ascended into body to master physical form, create the experiences in physical form so that we can perfect our creations. We're all gathered all together. We're here for the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, and this meditation, and this forming of the circle of light. We are affecting the very vibrational frequency of everything and everything, nothing and nothing. In this now, in the higher and higher frequencies, where is that going to lead us into pure bliss? As a civilization. As an existence. So we're compelled to call upon all of the other facets and reflections of all of us. All the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. They come in the Googleplexes. One Googleplex fills this universe. They come in the trillions of Googleplexes in every direction. And they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, agartha, beneath earth, all these civilizations and species, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, the galactics, the celestials, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and the forming of this circle of light. We're only familiar with a handful of them, somewhat. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system just in a day. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with includes all of their species and levels, both the good, the mid, and the bad. The Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Greys, the Nords, the Reptilians, the Draco, the Golden Pyramid, the Blue Avian, and many, many, many more. They have been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, and ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this meditation and the forming of this circle of light in this now. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now in this meditation of forming the circle of light. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. But we're only familiar with a fraction of them. Tiny, but tiny. They come in the trillions, shapes, color, sizes, forms, configurations of which we've never seen. The ones that we are somewhat familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, mermaid, dolphin, whale, Pegasus, unicorn, centaur, minotaur, many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they are with us now. We're all gathered, all one, all God, all love, arm in arm, hand in hand. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And our God force energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We form a massive circle of light. This circle of light is our core being. It is the purest, the deepest, eternal love, gratitude. It is pure bliss. It is nirvana. It is what we are made of. This massive circle of light is so bright that it grays out the darkness of space. It is so bright that it would take 1,000 billion of the suns in this solar system to even come close to its radiance and brilliance. It is pure, deep, eternal love flooding, saturating, and bathing all of us. From head to toe, inside and out, perpetually, non-stop. It is the reflection of the gods that we are, the love that we are, the bliss that we are. Nothing can evade it. Floods this entire planet and all life, highest supreme value in universes, with pure, deep, eternal love, bliss, joy. We begin to ascend, levitate above the planet. As we do, we're met with a gossamer field of trillions of magnificent, multicolored, reflecting little mirrors, reflecting all of us gathered here for the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. Now, some of us decide to step outside of our bodies and float effortlessly above them. And as we continue through this sea, this gossamer sea of glitter, of these tiny reflective mirrors reflecting each other, we are met with the emerald green healing flaming light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we are the power of healing. Then we are met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we are met with the white fire. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we are imbued from head to toe, inside and out, with a beautiful, brilliant, bright, God force energy. Deep eternal love, joy, bliss, which cannot be penetrated, cannot be violated, cannot be affected from any external force, power, period. But only you have the power. That if you decide to lower your vibrational frequencies low enough, your hatred, fear, anxiety, worries, stress, greed, manipulation, deceit, you will create a breach in your white fire armor. Enough so that all the lower dark matter frequencies and survival matter frequencies can come flooding in. If you decide to do this, whether consciously or unconsciously, you then met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance. We can send them to pure consciousness where they are no more. Then we're met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds us that we can bring in the violet ray. We can purify and cleanse the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach, restoring our perfect vibrational frequency and harmony with deep eternal love. Then we're met with the golden white pink light. This is a column that reminds each and every one of us that we are the sunsets. We are the sunrises. We are the rain and the rainbow. We are the sky and the clouds. We are the sunshine. We are the trees and the forest. We are the waters. We are everything and everything. We are the animals. We continue to ascend above the planet, and as we do so, we come across this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower, and it is not difficult. It's larger than a solar system to see in the center of it this oblong sphere. Beautiful golden white light beaming out from it, sending soft waves of deep eternal love, peace, joy, prosperity, bliss, abundance. And surrounding it are other vibrant circles of light in this sphere, each waving out tranquility, benevolence, joy, bliss, prosperity, happiness, all reflections of us. At the top, we created it so that the golden ocean can come cascading down in all directions, as it is, flooding and saturating everything and everything and nothing of deep, pure, eternal love and bliss and joy. In each of us are drops of that golden ocean. And we each contain the essence of that ocean. And the drops are the ocean. And the ocean is the drops. No separation. We then see our meditative sphere. It's at center circle. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. It houses all of our meditations, well over 1,000, in perpetual motion. All deep, pure, eternal love. All of the highest intent. All of bliss, happiness, joy, prosperity, bliss, abundance. It continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. This is why it can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Feel, hear, through your heart-mind. You, all of us, are a bliss magnet. There is no way to freedom. A way means you have to start from somewhere and arrive somewhere. This is the deception of the mind. You don't have to go anywhere to find freedom. Forget about finding your way. You are already that which you are seeking. Papaji. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. this, of the love that you are, the peace, the joy, the bliss, the prosperity, the abundance. All of this, once you realize and begin to practice, that's your natural state of being. Disappointment, anger, hatred, deception, deceit, worry, stress, fear are not our natural state of being. So it's a pretty simple choice. Stay in high frequency of love, peace, and joy. First with you is where it emanates, and then as you walk this planet, others will be in joy around you. They will be drawn to you. And the more of us that begin to practice this, the more it will affect the rest of all on this planet. You're a bliss magnet. It's for you to decide. Do you stay in high vibrational frequencies no matter what? Or not? Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. We will return